Um, I wanted to get this in for this month because of the detox. I'm 38 years old. I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. For all intents and purposes, I was, it didn't show in weight for me ever, except for when I was on lithium. I was 218 pounds at one point. I'm like 6'1". So my life up until about 35 is a story and a half. I've been arrested 20, 30 times maybe. I've gotten 5 DUIs, I think. I quit drinking 10 years ago. I thought my life was over. I'm a restaurant guy, so everybody I knew drank. Things kept going bad. I would go manic. I would do this, do that, whatever the case. I've been in psych wards. I spent 3 weeks in a psych ward once. That's awesome. That's a story that would makes One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest look like a drama. I don't know how I woke up. Oh, basically about 3 years ago now, I was living with my mother, miserable, living in the same everything. I made a decision to either kill myself or change. And I reconnected with an old friend in Florida. Stayed with him for a while. And I don't know why, I just started delving into it. I think I read 6 Weeks to Alter Mind and Wellness by Dr. Mark Hyman. And that kind of gave me a good idea of my systems. But because my systems were a mess, it would have cost me like $1,200 a month in nutrients he was trying to sell me. Then I did Dr. Oz's detox, the soup, a 3-day soup. I didn't even go to the bathroom. As a kid, I never went to the bathroom, and I didn't realize how important that was. It didn't show in acne, it didn't show in weight. My brain didn't function right. I couldn't sit. Good kid, no felonies, nothing like that. I'm not a violent person, but I just was out there. So I did the Oz thing, okay? I didn't even go to the bathroom for like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, oh my god, I'm screwed. I'm never gonna. Then I started looking at vegetarian, vegan, all that, and I don't know how, but I discovered Dr. Kassar. I bought all this stuff, and I made that really strong drink you make with the chlorella, blue-green algae, all the good stuff. And at that point, my body wasn't ready for it, so I couldn't even drink it. But I started watching Dan McDonald, and I was juicing. And that was probably my first detox, because I didn't realize I wasn't feeding myself enough, but I had tons of energy, so I was going to the gym like twice a day. And just loving, I was feeling really good. But I was actually starving myself. I wasn't eating enough calories for what I was doing. And then that helped a lot. For 4 days I had migraines with that was the sugar and the caffeine. When I quit drinking, I used to drink about 7 or 8 Red Bull a day. Caffeine always, I could drink a Red Bull and go to sleep. So I don't know how, I just started getting into Dan McDonald and looking into the raw world, and I just made the switch. An opportunity came up for me to incorporate some of this stuff into what I know, which is restaurant. So I went back to Boston, and basically already a new man. But when I got home, in the same old environment, I was eyeing Doritos, and I went to Angelo's one day and had a large steak and cheese with 2 bags of Doritos like I used to do, and I felt so shitty. Sorry. So, I detoxed. I did the master cleanse for the first time. And after I did the cleanse, I had no more cravings for Doritos or any of that stuff. Once you clean this junk out of you, you don't want it anymore. And you can taste again, and you can taste the salt and carrots, and it's amazing. So I have been raw. Now, when I first switched, I had a bald head, and I started growing this. This was my first major change. I said, all right, I'm going to grow my hair out. And I said, no matter what I say from here on out is what I'm going to do. So and there we are. I feel unbelievable. I got down to, now I'm very light, but I don't think I look that light, but I got down to 148 pounds 2 weeks ago. And it was about 106 where I'm at, so I had to stop. I did 7 days because I was about to pass out. But I put on about 10 pounds the last 2 weeks. I haven't started working out again, but my goal is to start Johnny Bananas YouTube page, because I love all the people I see, but a lot of the guys who are talking about raw bodybuilding and building muscle and things like that don't look like they're raw, and they are bloated, or I don't know, with typical bodybuilders, people who weight carries that much weight. It's very hard for them to do a detox because it freaks them out. They're skinny, they're weak, they're small. So what I did is strip down. I got down to 148. I'm going to try to get to 170 muscle and lean and mean. I'm really vascular. Detoxing. Everybody talks and wants to sell you these products. But if you don't, first of all, they're not clean. Number two, if you don't detox, and you don't get your system right, you're not gonna get the benefits of what you're spending all this money on. So detox, that's it. Detox. Deal with it. Do it for a week or two. It's gonna change you mentally and physically, and your life will be unbelievable. It just makes you more aware of everything. I'm aware. I can sense things. I've always been kind of good with people because of the restaurant business, growing up in it. And now I've learned how to sort of turn down my mental energy when I know that I need to, and things like that. You read the situation, and life has turned around now. Because I love my dad so much, and I do love the business, I just don't like being in it. I'm going to go back to Boston. I'm going to open the first unit of the Johnny Bananas chain near La Cantina restaurant, so that I can help if need be. My dad's 68 years old. He just put on an addition in his restaurant. He's not stopping, so but I just want to be there to help, and I want to have my food around there. So I'm going to open a Johnny Bananas as close as I can to the restaurant, and see what happens. I love everybody, and love yourself first, and it'll help. Detoxing changed my life. Love you guys. Hey, thanks, Kasar. Keep it up. Love it.